Can you still hear me?
Yeah, you're good. Mike
Okay.
Brown with a $5 super chat. I can't make every game for my kids and make 200,000. I can make 60K and be at every game. Something will give depending on which route you go. Um,
Can
Tay,
I just? Nope.
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. You want to answer to this, Dana?
I just wanted to piggyback off of sis real quick.
All right, go ahead.
I think that it's very I think it's very important that women have a life outside of their children, because at some point your children are going to grow up, right? And so if you have poured your entire self in that, they're the whole focus of your entire life, your entire universe, what happens when they grow up? Like, who, there's a lot of statistics, a lot of stories about women who are at retirement age, or the empty nest syndrome, and how it affects women specifically, particularly women who end up in divorce, or they don't even have the husband anymore. Or I just don't think it's. While I do feel that it is the most important role that we play on this earth, is to we're built to be wives, we're built to be mothers. I think that it's also extremely important that you have something for yourself outside of pouring into other people constantly. And for sis, it was getting up and going to work every day. That was the example that she made. But whether it's while you have and are raising children, or whether it's after your children are gone, you need to have something for yourself to. You need to have a reason to get up in the morning.
Could that reason be your husband?
If you have one, maybe it's not a good relationship. Maybe you hate that nigga. Maybe he hates you. I don't know. There are a lot of.
Wow.
I mean, but realistically, there are a lot of different ways that it can go down. So, I mean, outside of everyone else that you're responsible for and have to take care of, it is important that you do have something for yourself as well. Maybe that's not a full-time career. I don't know what that looks like for that particular household or that dynamic, but I do think women do deserve to have something outside of pouring into other people constantly.
Go ahead, Tay.
I'd say yes to answer the question, but I do believe it's easier with a partner. I am a product of a single mom, and I watched her. She had to do the career because she had to work, right? Bring home the bacon and everything else. So you don't get it all, right? You do have to choose. You have to make sacrifices. But from what I've seen, a lot of people make it happen successfully. So I believe you can have them both. But like they were saying, I do agree that, some things fall through the cracks. But if you're in it together and you're doing it as a unit, then I think more ground will be covered.
Mm-hmm. Final thought, Nate. Go ahead.
I was just looking at Mike's comment. So he feels like if you make $200,000 more, you can't go to your children's games. Can you put that question back up again, or comment? Just so I say it right.
Yeah. Well, let me find it.
Okay. All right. So he feels like he can't make it to any of his children's events. So basically, family has fallen by the wayside because he makes more money. But if he makes less, he could be at every game. I disagree with that. And I disagree with that because I feel like when you make less money, you're trying to make more to be able to provide for your children. So you're going to be out of the home more, trying to make more money. When you make a little bit more money, that's me. And I'm coming from the fact that I remember I worked for the school district. I was making $24K a year for like 4 years. And then I was always trying to make more money. So I was away from my kids more. And then I started making about 45. And I was a little bit more with my kids. I make way more money now. And I'm able to go to a lot of my kids' games because I make more money. So I can kind of create my own schedule and I have more money. So I feel like I don't really agree with that. When you make more money, you can't be at everything. I don't even know how that equates to the same thing. In my opinion, it doesn't make sense to me if you're making more money that you can't make it to everything. You can afford to take off time from work to go because you make more money. You can't afford that if you're making 60K.
I don't know. I'm not sure what you guys are working, but no. So I know from personal experience. Oh, shit. Hold on. I know from personal experience, like I miss a lot of things because I'm always working. And your job is highly demanding. You will be working more. When you are important, when you hire up, you have so much more accountability. And people think work is shoveling or some shit. No, you have to answer the phone, right? You have to help other people, right? More people report to you. You know what I'm saying? It's not just hitting a lick. You know what I mean? It's like every day it's a grind to climb that ladder to make that money. And then if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a real entrepreneur, you know that's damn near 24/7. So if you're really doing it, no, you have less time.
I was gonna say, well, then maybe it depends on your title and not your income.
And you're talking about 200,000.
So then it's your title. Maybe you're probably in a
No,
CEO
no, no.
status
Nay, what I'm saying is he talking about 200K. You grinding for sure,
and
right?
making decisions from your phone on the beach.
No, those
Yeah, like
folks, they make a
go
You
lot of
making
money
decisions from your
and do
phone on the
nothing.
beach. Go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
I'm just saying they make a lot of money and do nothing, especially if you work in nonprofit or even for the state government. They don't
nonprofit.
do anything.
You can make
I
that
mean,
much in nonprofit.
I'm not gonna let you say that because that's not
no,
true.
nonprofits make money. That's a
I'm
misconception.
in nonprofit and government, and I
I'm
know
in
some.
government
And they make
and we
money.
work. We
Hey,
work.
God, let's
No.
I
I'm
don't.
saying at $200,000.
At
That specific.
200,000 in the federal government, you are you're a GS 15. You
Yeah,
are
you
in a leadership
super
role.
high.
You're
You've
in
been doing it
DC
for a
somewhere.
million
I
years.
guess
Right.
DC somewhere.
You are in a leadership role. You're either consulting as a SMEs or you are somebody's director or Chico. You are
And
in
you're
a
working 24/7. Is that what you're saying?
yes. Yes.
But you
Okay.
can do a
Is
lot
that
of
for?
it from your phone, from a laptop, in a different location on the beach. Because I
That's
know people
work.
that do it.
See, I think that's a
But you
but
go
that's a
ahead.
backwards mindset, and you guys shouldn't allow that, right? Because we had conversations before where we
Mhm.
talked about how men work so physically, and then I know somebody made the point. Well, now things are becoming more cyber, so now women can do the jobs too. So when you make that point, that combats that thought, right? The computer is still work, right? Because if you can't typing a goddamn email is the hardest thing you had to do all day, right? That
But
person would much
schedule
rather
emails.
clean the toilet or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So nah, but the more you get paid, the expectations are much higher. Everything that you touch is much more critical.
I agree with that, but when this comes to doing actual physical direct care, direct work, they don't do that. They do have time to take vacations and sit on the beach and send an email from the laptop and tell others to go ahead and do it. They're not typically
Mm.
working and on the floor with the people that are doing direct care. They're not doing that.
Yeah.
Not
And
that
that's
I've
what I'm
seen.
saying. Like if you ever had to sit in front of a board of directors, right? If you had to talk about the numbers and the P&L, you much rather be cleaning somebody's ass or picking up boxes and putting them down. So don't. I'm just saying, like people, when you get to that point and you got to do it, it's not how you think it is. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I
Or
ain't saying
aren't
I
you
want to wipe
in that
nobody
role
ass, but
because you can do calculate numbers? You're in that role because you can calculate numbers, and it probably comes easy to you, know,
well, accountants can calculate numbers. They
or
don't
whatever
necessarily
you're talking
convey
about.
the numbers well, though, right? Some people can speak to numbers, right? An accountant's gonna make sure they catch everything, they make sure everything is copacetic, right? But in terms of like being able to convey a message, that's a different ball game. What's the greatest fear for most people?
I'm saying, how long does that
Public
take though?
speak. What
How
I'm saying
long
is
do you?
public speaking is like a fear for a lot of people, right? And in those roles, you have to do a lot of that. So, you know what I mean? So, no, no, interesting though, interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. It's so funny how Sis's mom, Dana, and Sis old as shit. Remember how you said once your kids leave, Sis old as hell. Look at her mom. She just agreeing. She don't even know, bro.
Wow. Put him in a fucking bedroom. Get him out of here.
So it don't never stop, Dana. It never stops. Mike Brown with the $2 super chat. They don't get it. All right.
We get
Let
it,
me
Mike.
ask-
We get it. You niggas is just working, and white folk don't be working. How about that?
All right, sis,
Shit
don't
like
get
that.
it.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Tell a friend to tell a friend, and we out.
Who's still on?
This Might Be Risky sponsorship package is here. Have your ad run on our live streaming episodes, linked in the video description and attached to our many hot take clips. The channel is fast growing with thousands of views and subscribers. Don't miss your chance to grow your business on one of the fastest growing platforms on YouTube. Join the family today. This might be risky. Email us at thismightberisky@gmail.com if interested. #Indeed, #Do the right thing.